Hello and welcome, my name is Axel K and today we're taking a look at Aggro Druid. Aggro or Taunt Druid is an aggressive board-based deck that relies on impactful low-cost minions like Iron Deep Trog, Razormane Battleguard and Oracle of Elune to fill your board. And when your board is full, you play Arbor up to buff your minions and to close out the game. For a mulligan, you want to go for Iron Deep Trog, Peasant, Druid of the Reef, Razormane Battleguard and Drekthar. If you're on the coin and get a Razormane Battleguard, you can keep a Neutron or Boneshower Brawler to pop off with 2 minions on turn 1. You can also keep an Iron Deep Trog together with a Guardian Og Merchant or Adorable Infestation to protect your Trog in the early game. The game plan is pretty simple: make a big board, buff them with Arbor up and win in the early game. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Composting is one of your strongest cards in the deck. It gives your minions some extra value and you can pull off some big draw turns if your board is big enough. It's very powerful on turn 4 since you can pair it with Razormane Battleguard and a free Taunt minion. If you already have a minion on board, you can use Adorable Infestation and play the token to curve out with a composting on 3 minions. Oracle of Elune is very powerful. You can use her to fill up the board quickly since she will copy any minion in your deck with the exception of Drekthar. Pair her with Druid of the Reef and pick the 3/1 rush option to break through big taunts and must kill minions. If you feel a big board clear coming, pair her with a Neutron and Guardian Og Merchant. The Guardian Og Merchant can protect her and the Neutron already have Divine Shield. It will get copied so you will have a very sticky board at the end of your turn. Drekthar has a ton of value. He will pull out 2 minions from your deck as early as turn 4. This is great to refill if you're recovering from a board clear, and it curves out perfectly with Arbor up on the next turn. And just pulling 2 cards out of your deck is very powerful since this will thin out your deck if you're looking for a specific card on the next turn to close out the game. And of course, the best way to close out the game is with a big board and Arbor up. You can also use Claw Fury Adept to buff your board with +1 damage. You can even go off as early as turn 4 with 2 Adepts for a similar result to Arbor up. Claw Fury Adept will also give your hero +1 attack. This can be some extra damage or a way to face tank big taunts and must kill minions. Keep in mind that you still want to tempo the Claw Fury Adept even if you can't get that huge swing turn. Having minions on the board is your main goal. And that's it for Aggro Taunt Druid. Make a big board, overwhelm your opponent, and buff your huge board with Arbor up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a blast playing Aggro Druid for a couple of days. It's so good against both greedy druids and aggressive hunters. It's considered a tier 1 deck in a lot of ranks. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all the support, I really appreciate it. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, enjoy the games. Hello and welcome to some Taunt Druid, or Aggro Druid, whatever you want to call it. All I know is that it's great. It's a lot of fun. You can really blow your opponent out, but you can actually go for some pretty long games as well, because you have so many ways of recovering your board. Gaining tempo again, or regaining tempo. However, it's a great card, but we don't want it right now. I want those super impactful early game cards. Drawing a Pack Mule is never fun, but drawing that Battleguard, now that's a lot of fun. Sadly we didn't get a 1-drop. Of course, against a mage you want like a Trog, you want something like a Peasant, but Peasant isn't as good obviously because they can just coin ping it, which they probably are going to do. However, a play like that is kind of fine. Okay. We could play the Battleguard here, but it's just gonna ping it, right? I think it's better to go for Boneshower Brawler. Or an Neutron. I think Boneshower Brawler is better here. We don't have to go super wide yet. So the reason why I want Boneshower Brawler instead of anything else is there is still like a possibility of drawing a Guardian Og Merchant, which there it is. However, I might want to ping this instead. We can buff this guy with Mark of the Wild and then kill the 3/1. I think that might be the play. I could also go Razormane Battleguard and then play an Neutron and then go Guardian Og Merchant on the Battleguard. So we still have a lot of good plays to do. But I think I want to put some eggs in this big basket. So let's ping this. And let's make him huge. Obviously, you want to buff something like a Trog with Mark of the Wild. But hey, we take it here. It's pretty good. Like, I could have gone for a lot of face damage if I pinged this. Giving it 2+ attack is really good, but I think just getting rid of a 3/1, I think that's good enough. And it seems like this guy is having kind of a bad turn. And if this... Okay, it didn't get to connect. I was like, if this gets to connect one more time, then we just win. Oh, Arbor up. Now we kind of want to go big. Unless he can clear it all with... what's it called? The little goblin guy. But I think we're just dropping our entire hand here. We could lose it all though. However, that Annoyotron is pretty annoying for him. Hence the name. And we just drop this here. So he could clear almost all of it, but I don't think he would clear both of these. So if we just have 2 minions on board, then we can Arbor up and just deal a ton of damage. But if he can't even board clear... Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, you can clear one of these, but... Ah, but he can't clear this. I think this worked out fine. So basically nothing dies. Except for half my board. Okay, everything dies. I think we still want to go for that Arbor up. Ah, composting. Came in too late. Let's go for it. Punch him for 8. That's a lot of damage. Hopefully he doesn't have another one of these. But it's still gonna be difficult for him to remove everything. And if we can hit something with a composting, that's gonna be great. Now he has to kill this. Probably run the 3-5 into it. And we still have 8 damage to go through unless he freezes this. He's just drawing for it. Okay. But I mean, I don't think I want to trade, but having something to land our composting on is really good. I mean, this is what makes... Oh my god. This is a tough decision. I think we Arbor up again, but we're gonna lose a lot of our punching power. But it's gonna make our board so big. I wish this was turn 7, man. Just going both. Woo! However, I'm just pushing through. Alright. I mean, 2 minions can't survive. Like, if he leaves 2 minions, we just win. But I think a mask soon would be pretty bad. Devolving. Okay, removing the buffs. Oh my god. How lucky am I? Good thing we didn't go for the composting, I guess. I mean, he's gonna flurry, right? Yeah. I was like, this can't be game yet. Oh, the adept, so good. Do we use the adept to just push face damage here and drop a composting? I think that might be it, but he's gonna be able to clean up my entire board. I think we're killing off the Panthera. Should we? Should we just poke him? This is rough. It's hard to kill him. I mean, this will reduce the chances of him clearing. I feel like this is correct, but like this is a really tough call. It's gonna be hard for me to deal those 4 last damage. Unless I want to go hero power for 4 turns in a row. But I'm taking this, like, I'm trying to make my board stick. That's basically it. Everything land on this. Removed our good card. We don't have Arbor up, which is rough. I didn't get... look at this. Oh, I should have made this, like, super big. I'm just going for it, I think. 1 off. I should have punched face, right? Alright, hope that he doesn't pull a secret that gives him 8 armor. Man. I mean, I kind of like these low curve aggressive decks. Because it's a lot of just early game decisions. Which, oh, that means he got the secret. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, nice. Alright. This is the kind of deck that we're out hunting today. Greedy, ramp druids that we can kill without them making any resistance at all. We actually have to think a little bit about this hand. That composting is actually pretty nice. I don't recommend having it in the mulligan. Arbor Up, it's also kind of nice, but we already know that on turn 1 we are going Razormane Battleguard into a Neutron. Composting could be pretty nice. What else do we want to get? Something more impactful? I think we're throwing them. We can draw with it later. Instead of using composting on our 2 cards here, we could throw it right away and draw 2 new ones. And there we go. Already value from it. Okay. Too bad we couldn't get on board with the Trog before he popped off. I'm thinking that we might want to wait a little bit. Yeah, I think we are going Iron Deep Trog, coining the Og Merchant. That's so good. I mean, it's hard for him to get around this. And this kind of chokes him out a little bit if he wants to play spells. So, yeah. So he's setting up for the removal for next turn. Unless he goes like Lightning Bloom, Lunar Eclipse. But then we're gonna have even more Trogs if he does that. So he probably needs to kill it. Good thing we just pulled an Neutron. We could be greedy and try to set up this combo. Oracle of Elune together with Razormane Battleguard. But it isn't super good anymore. So let's just play it and then I'll talk. There we go. Get that taunt in front of by important minions. So before you used to run like kind of big beasts. A couple of big beasts. Like Teacher's Pet and I don't even remember. Like Park Panther or something. Okay, he could remove it. So you could benefit a lot from going Oracle of Elune into Razormane Battleguard because it would get copied and then it would reduce something with 2. And then since it would be reduced by 4, right? And because it would be reduced by 4, it would get copied by Oracle of Elune. So that would be really powerful, but you don't need to do that anymore, or you can't do it. There's no big benefit to it, so it's better to just tempo the Battle Guard. Okay, now we can just go super big. And question is, would we rather have a billion Neotrons or a billion Brawlers? I think we want Neotrons for this board, and then we just send everything face. Because I don't really care about Ivas here, unless he has... no. Okay, now we want to find that Arbor Up and then we just kill him. We are getting a little later in the game, which could be dangerous. You know, the belly guy that eats my minions could be a problem. But basically, what we're really looking for here is either a Arbor Up. Hopefully not next turn, we want to kind of clutch draw it. But a Claw Fury Adept would be really nice. And a Composting would be insane. And that's the Adept, super good. What's so great about this play here is that we can hero power and kill that Ivas. So, do I want to play out my entire hand here is the question. I think it's fine. I think he wants to go Guff. I have 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm gonna fill my board with the Adept, right? Yeah. And how much damage do we have? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... 14, 15. We could just go face here. That might be the way. We learned from last game that it actually matters a lot. So let's just punch him in the face with our hero power here. Look at this. The Oracle of Elune is so powerful. Especially with a Razormane or Razor whatever. Razormane Battleguard, yeah. Hopefully it won't clear it all. Resizing Pouch could really help him out though. No, but this is kind of what we're hunting with this deck, because they can't really punch back. A 3-game video. Pretty nice, right? It's been a while. I'm exhausted from playing this much. Whew! Okay, we got a really, really good start, and this is a really, really good matchup. We're actually really good against Hunter. I don't want to keep the Arbor up, so... Adorable Infestation is really nice together with the Iron Deep Trog and Peasant. Especially when you're on the coin. However, I kind of want to play them together to just push 2 very, very high priority kill targets for him. So I don't think I need this Adorable Infestation. However, it curves out very well on turn 2. So I think I'm actually keeping it. I really like this sort of combo. It feels like whenever you're getting this like insane hand, like we're getting now, it kind of feels like you're getting all of the good cards together. Wow. Now that's a different story. Oh, that thing is so good with Biscuit, right? So what we want to do here, because of the potential Biscuit, is we want to get down the Trog, right? Because if he buffs it, it's gonna spawn another one. So I think that I would actually prefer to go Adorable Infestation, just to buff it up a little bit, make it a little tougher. It doesn't really matter if he buffs it, because he's gonna kill it and then we're gonna spawn another one. I think his way out of this is kill shotting this, right, for 3 damage. It's just gonna kill it. I think we might use our Peasant later to pop off with an Oracle of Elune or something, but this definitely kind of ruined his buff turn a lot. And I didn't want him to get more value from this, because let's say he can't buff it, he's gonna use this to trade the Divine Shield, right? Which kind of worked out great for us. So now he doesn't have a way of killing our Peasant. So I think we can give this Taunt, which is actually pretty good. Just buff it, give it Taunt. Or we go Peasant and Cobb and trade. I think we can do the trade. I think it's fine. He's not really dealing 2 damage. Unless it's with like an explosive. And then we can Mark of the Wild it the turn when we attack. So I think this will give us more... I think this will give us kind of more... I don't know, more good stuff, because we're getting some draw. So, I'm interested in this combo. I didn't include it in the intro, but it's kind of nice. I think you can Mark of the Wild a minion, and then Spike Shell it. We might want to do that with the card draw. Oh, another Peasant, we're just popping off. We could go for a buff turn here. Buff together with another Peasant to make this sticky. I kind of like that actually. But then I won't curve out with the Oracle of Elune. I can play Oracle of Elune together with the Peasant next turn. But I could also just go Pack Mule twice. So I kind of want to make this guy a little big. And then drop the other Peasant. Just to make them super hard to remove. So let's see if he has removal for this. He's not gonna have it for this. Maybe. I'm just kind of trying to overwhelm him with my super good cards. And these are like, these are one of the high priority 1-drops that you run. He could of course put a lot of spells into this one. Maybe a deal 6 and spill over the rest of the damage. And then Guardian Og Merchant into the Peasant. What this is doing right now is we're just absorbing a lot of damage with our Peasant, which is absolutely huge. Because this means that when we get to the late game and he wants to finish us with the burn, he's not gonna have it because our Peasant soaked everything. So we are in a very good position right now, and it all kind of spiraled from the first Trog that we played. And now we're gonna play even more Trogs. We're gonna get 2 down. So, the dangers of just playing this quickly with the Oracle of Elune is that if he Rhinos it, it's just gonna die. And I'm not getting more value. But I think like the Trog is so good. We just fill up our board so quickly that it's kind of okay. So he is looking for an explosive trap. And we have ways to play around it with Mark of the Spike Shell. And now we can do that cool combo. So what do we rather get? Another Iron Deep Trog or another Oracle of Elune? I think we want to get that Oracle of Elune. And now we're gonna see if this works. So we want to give it Taunt first. Then we want to Spike Shell it. Oh! That's a pretty good combo, right? But this is probably not going... this is not gonna swing for a while. Because that could, of course, the next one, if he punches me and takes 6, It's it could be freezing trap, which wouldn't be good. I've seen a lot of hunters running Drekthar with like stealthy boys. This doesn't really do anything. But this is a huge board. Pack mule. We just fill the board with mules. Do we go with our other Oracle of Elune? I don't think so. I just want to go mules here. And we could let him trade, which is pretty good. Do we fill it out one more time? No. I'm actually just... I kind of want to kill the Trog, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I prefer to just go face with this. It's just so much damage. He has a lot of damage though in this. 4 to the face. And Rinling's Rifle is of course very scary. We don't want to see a Rhino, but it seems like he doesn't run them, right? And this is the second weird face hunter that I've played against in a while. Let's see, how would a trade look here? He trades like this, yeah, of course. Then he trades the Trog and punches, maybe. Okay. So now we have to think. It could be copy a minion as well, of course. But we kind of need to get rid of this Voracious Reader. But he has so low health. Question is, do we go face? I don't think I'm that scared of this Voracious Reader. His board isn't that strong and we have a bunch of Annoyatrons and stuff. I'm gonna try to punch face here. Yeah, right decision. Okay. Now we wanna pop down on Oracle of Elune. Wanna go on Annoyatron, definitely. And we don't want to touch his minions, because we know that this is a secret that interacts with his minions. And we could push 1 face damage, but I think I would prefer... We have 4... or 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just fill out the board here. With a full board. And my board is like... pretty... like significantly stronger than his. And these have 2 lives in a way. And we just need 2 damage to survive. There we go! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's Attack Druid. That's Aggro Druid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Peace.